Good afternoon. GeneSight is a gene therapy company. We are developing treatments for neurodegenerative diseases of the retina leading to blindness. Our lead product, GS10, is targeting Leber hereditary optic neuropathy, LHON. We have completed 2 phase 3 trials, and we have a 3rd phase 3 trial called REFLECT, which is ongoing, conducted under an SPA with the FDA. Our second lead product is GS30, targeting all forms of retinitis pigmentosa, all mutations. And we have a first-in-man phase 1/2 clinical trial that is ongoing. So today I'm going to focus on GS10 only. LHON is this dramatic maternally inherited mitochondrial disease that is affecting mainly young males, usually in the age of 15 to 35 years old. And that is causing a very brutal and sudden loss of central vision in both eyes sequentially, and a thinning of the retinal ganglion cells. So there are a couple of mutations, main mutations, but the most severe ones is ND4, accounting for 75% of the cases. And this is the one for which there is no spontaneous recovery. And GS10 is targeting the ND4 mutation. Now, we completed 2 phase 3 trials, REVERSE and RESCUE. Same design, double mask. We treat one eye with GS10, intravitreal injection, and the other eye is treated with a sham injection. And then we look at the change from baseline in visual acuity. The only difference between the 2 trials is the population we treat. In REVERSE, we are treating patients with an onset of disease or vision loss between 6 to 12 months, and in RESCUE, we treat earlier patients with an onset of less than 6 months. In REVERSE, after injection, we see a continuous improvement of visual acuity up to 72 weeks, sustained at 96 weeks, of 15 letters, so that is 3 lines. Surprisingly, you will see a similar improvement in the non-treated eye, the eye which received a sham injection, of nearly 13 letters. If we look at the change from nadir, so the nadir is the low point that patients reach after the acute phase, and usually, typically, you don't expect these people to recover after this nadir. In REVERSE, we see an improvement of 28 letters after the nadir in treated eyes and 24 letters in sham eyes. In RESCUE, we treat earlier patients. So we treat them in the course of their acute phase. So the treatment is unable to stop the acute phase. So these people will continue to lose vision up to their nadir at approximately week 24 on the graph. They are off chart there. Then they will recover to a non-chart level at week 72, sustained at week 96 weeks as well. If we superimpose these 2 trials and align the timing of onset, we see that past the acute phase and the nadir, these patients will recover in both trials similarly. In solid lines, you have REVERSE. In dotted lines, you have RESCUE. And indeed, we've seen that in REVERSE, these patients recover 28 letters from their nadir, and in RESCUE, from their nadir, they recover 26 letters. So they're very similar trials, very similar results, and we're conducting a meta-analysis to look at both trials. Now, although this bilateral improvement was a fantastic news for patients, it was unexpected, and it raised a couple of fundamental questions. And we initiated 2 non-clinical mechanistic studies in animal models to try to investigate this bilateral improvement. We reported the first results of the first study a couple of days ago in monkeys. So we have 4 monkeys. One is a control animal, and it will receive a placebo injection in one eye. The 3 test animals will receive an injection of GS10 in one eye. After 3 months, we sample the retina and the eye, and we look for viral vector DNA. Obviously, in the control animal, there is no DNA. As you can expect, in the 3 test animals, we are able to identify and quantify the viral vector DNA in the treated eye, but we were also able to identify and quantify the viral vector DNA in the non-treated eye. in the contralateral eye, in the entire segment, in the retina, in the optic nerve, in the chiasm. So this strongly suggests that the vector is probably transported from the retina, injected retina, through the optic nerve to the chiasm and back to the contralateral retina. This result will be further presented by Dr. Patrick Ueman from the Moorfield on Sunday at the AAO, and they were submitted for publication in a peer-reviewed journal as well. The second obvious question is, without a proper control, can you demonstrate that you do better than natural history? So Santera published a study, an electronic natural history study, earlier this year, where 15% of ND4 patients were showing a clinically relevant recovery. If we apply the same definition to reverse, we have 68% of responders. So 68% versus 15%, yes, we do believe that we do much, much better than natural history. So with this, we will be meeting with the FDA in December to discuss the end of the regulatory pathway in the US. And we will be meeting the FDA early next year for a pre-submission meeting, aiming at filing for approval in Q3 2020, so next year. And I am 28 seconds in advance. Thank you very much.